Once again, here we are talking about the censorship and wanting control, protecting children, this and that and the third. The anime is being too violent and graphic, it's unacceptable, all that crap. But I just find it interesting that they're trying to ban anime and also mangas and just this is gonna be horrible because I'm an anime dude. I pretty much watch a lot of it, not all of it. There's things that I could definitely watch, but like I pretty much watch the ones that a lot of people do seem to watch. As you can see over here, you got Dragon Ball Z, you got Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, so on and so on. One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho. They're missing Inuyasha here. That's another one I liked. But again, so on and so forth. And I just think it's very sad that they're doing this. And what makes it even more crazy is pretty much like I think it's called the United States SB 20 bill, which is in Texas, and it will potentially ban anime and manga in the state. And if that follows through when it comes to everywhere in the United States, it would be a problem. Like it's crazy enough that they don't want kids to use cell phones into Texas because they want because they want kids to just not use cell phones because it's too distracting. Everyone's on their phone a lot. They want people to communicate. And at one point, I get it. People are way too on their phone. They're too addicted. They want people to just, socialize. I feel like if that's the case, let people use their phone in case of something happens, which again I'll talk about it in another video. But now Texas is trying to get rid of anime into that particular state, and I can't. I'm just so surprised that like people actually agree to this. I'm like, oh Lord, because then that's just gonna prove that now they're gonna ban anime. What they're gonna ban next? Cartoons. I mean, it's bad enough that they're trying to get rid of PBS. No more Sesame Street, no more learning this and that. I mean, how much control are they gonna start doing? To the point that we won't be able to watch anything. They're just gonna make sure that we watch whatever they watch, and that may not be the program that we like. That may not be the streaming service that we want to use. And it's just terrible. It's really sad. Especially for people that are just big giant anime fans, and again I'm one of them. It's I don't know, man, but I think someone mentioned that United States federal law states that it may not apply to the same consensus of a real life individual, because no individual is basically hurt during the actual making. This thing reminds me of pretty much like how they tried to ban Pokemon at the time because that it basically promotes animal cruelty because two animals are basically going at each other like it's gladiators. That's the impression that they're trying to make. But if that's the case, then they're probably gonna do the same thing when it comes to Call of Duty when they have like child soldiers, this and that and the third, and and I guess you could say when it comes to games too, because you know how they say this is why The Last of Us, The Walking Dead, they're basically protected by the law, despite of being fictional characters. And it's not like that they're trying to promote kids getting hurt. It's not like they're not trying to make it as a snuff film or anything like that. But I feel like that what's happening in Texas new bill, I think that's highly, highly, highly going against federal law, and that is insane. Because again, this is all about control, and if they're trying to do everything and anything they can just to get rid of a certain program, again, people just like to watch these things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna use this whole children reason, then I just find it lunacy, because it's like, again, it's not affecting any child whatsoever. Same thing can be said about video games. Like, if you see kids playing shooting games, doesn't mean that they're gonna go out there and basically grab a gun and start shooting left and right. Again, we hear stories about that when it comes to certain situations, and that's unfortunate. But that's why I said it should be the parents' job to be, monitoring their child, not the government. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's basically censorship getting out of hand more and more and more. And the crazy part is that some people are gonna defend it, like, "Oh, this is a good idea. We should start doing that, etc." I guarantee that they're probably gonna do that into comic books as well. I, I just don't get it because they're basically saying protect the children in certain cases, but it's like, but it's not hurting anyone when it comes to a cartoon. Why? Because it's a cartoon. You don't see South Park getting that type of situation. Why? Because it's a cartoon. So, there's that. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel sorry for Texas at this point. I hope they fight this through.